was kind of excited when they said Joker 2 was going to be a musical.
No. You were more than kind of excited?
I said we were going to go see it.
You bought the matching shirts, the underwear.
I did not buy any merchandise. I never even saw it.
You got Folly of Douche underwear.
I do not.
Yeah, you do, bro.
There is no douche in my underwear.
Show me the boardroom meetings in Iron Fist.
Yeah.
I want to know
God.
the intricate details of who owns what and what is happening.
The Iron Fist is a good show, and I stand by it.
What made me actually go to see it was my friend Jill is a horror movie buff. She's like she's a twisted bitch. I don't know if she listens. Hi, Jill. But anyway, she loves horror movies, and she said, yeah, have you seen the Terrifier 3? I was like, no, I haven't seen it yet. And she's like, it made me nauseous at a couple spots. I'm like,
oh my God.
It made, like, this chick watches, like, Hereditary in Midsummer for, like, a relaxing evening. I'm like, it made you nauseous?
Look at how much time some people spend in the gym, how much they spend on their diet, how much they spend on drugs, and they can't get bulky.
Right.
The idea of you're going to go to the gym and you're going to magically, oops, look how big I got.
Right.
The fuck you didn't.
No. Yeah, and I don't care. Like, some people, they claim to
That's
be
not going to happen.
Yeah.
all natural, and you're looking at their body and you're like, maybe just you and Bobby Lashley look like that apparently because those fucking Mexican supplements are coming in there from somewhere.
I say the same thing.
Let's check your ass cheeks for some fucking needle marks.
Everybody always says, they're like, oh, I don't want to get too big. I always go, you won't.
You won't.
Don't worry.
No. As far as like weightlifting, jiu-jitsu, like these are all athletic endeavors that we're on this journey here. Where do you see like CrossFit fits into this? Do you like CrossFit because of the movement aspect of it?
Probably like on the edge of the dumpster.
You know, a little bit of chaos.
Yeah.
Definitely represents chaos.
Yes.
All right.
And chaos with estrogen.
Right. To be fair, Margot probably has more testosterone than we do.
You're probably right. According to the lip on that upper hair, the hair on her upper lip.
I thought you were about to say the lip on her upper hair. I was like, God.
God damn.
Oh, damn.
Could have gone either way, couldn't it?
It could've. Has anyone seen the end of Agatha?
No.
Me either.
Yeah, I'm calling the show Agony because that's what it's taken to get through it. It's a lot of agony. There's a lot of cringy bullshit moments in Agatha. There's a lot of things that I was not liking about it, and there was a lot of things that I did like about it.
Yeah.
So it leaves me feeling a kind of way, as do all Disney things as of lately.
Yeah.
I feel like they missed the mark with.
I feel like it went too gay.
Yes, it went too
You
left.
only go a little gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't make the whole show gay.
Yeah.
I get it. They're gay.
Yes. Yeah.
But it was so gay that I stopped.
One could call it a musical.
Well, one could. I actually stopped watching the show.
Speaking of musicals, Folly Ado is already streaming.
Of course
really?
it is. Yeah.
Where can I watch it at?
Folly of Douche everywhere, streaming now.
I was surprised. I'm like, wow, that really fucking failed.
Yeah, it was pretty trash. Start it up, Ed. Welcome to the Sofa Kingdom podcast with your host, Nelson.
My name's Ian.
Ed,
All right, we are here, and we're going to start off with a light dose of shit talking.
Shit talking is a time-honored pastime.
That's right.
American culture.
That's right. You got to sprinkle it in like, some cinnamon.
Right. That's what we do. We win wars and we talk shit.
And we talk shit. Yeah, no, Agatha, I think, is the reason I hate musicals. Recently I've said it, I've watched the musical. I was like, it was all right. And then I go back and I see this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not quite a musical, so I can't even blame it as a full musical. Not quite a normal show.
I did enjoy it, to be fair. I started to watch it, and I kept watching it.
Yeah.
But then it devolved into something that it was not when it began.
And it was bullshit. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing. The main actress that plays Agatha, I love her.
Yeah.
I think she's a great actress. She delivers it well. Like, even like when you're watching the first episode and you're like, man, this acting is kind of corny,
She
right?
went full nude, too.
She did. But it was deliberate corny acting. Because she's under the spell. She's supposed to be in this town, fake detective. So, like, then she goes back into her real acting. Like, she shines when she's her most evil.
Yeah.
There are moments when she's just walking around someone, talking a little shit. I'm like, that's when she fucking kills the role.
Yeah.
And there wasn't enough of that. It was too much bullshit along the way that deterred me from even watching the final episode myself.
I mean, musicals in themselves are pretty gay. But
Yeah.
me myself, the actors are most of the time gay.
Yeah.
Me though, I love musicals.
Yeah.
I've been an advocate. I was actually, if you guys remember, way back when, I was kind of excited when they said Joker 2 was going to be a musical. I was
No.
I was like,
You were more than kind of excited.
I said we were going to go see it.
You bought the matching shirts, the underwear.
I did not buy any merchandise. I never even saw it.
You got Folly of Douche underwear.
I do not.
Yeah, you do, bro.
There is no douche in my underwear. I
You
promise.
sure?
I'm positive.
How about a cucumber?
No, there was a meat cucumber.
Me cucumber.
But yeah, the show just started to evolve. It started to like force it down your throat. Like, we get it. We're gay. I got
Right.
it.
Yeah.
But like when you make that the central plot, and I've enjoyed lots of things. Like my favorite character in the movie The Watchmen is gay.
Yeah.
Adrian Veidt.
Yeah.
He's gay.
Yeah.
It's known.
Yeah.
The episode 3 of The Last of Us.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. In fact, I thought it was one of the best written episodes in the show.
Yeah.
It was 2 gay characters, but when you make it the fucking center of the entire show,
Right.
like if The Last of Us would have been about, like, I don't know, a gay fungus, I probably would not have watched it.
It's
A gay fungus.
Bro, listen,
I need more details on this. What exactly is a gay fungus?
I don't know. It infects you, and then you run around and go, hey, and then,
hey.
and
You get all
bite- and then you-
flamboyant.
and then you bite people.
the problem is it's like it's not a part of the character, it's the entire character.
Yeah.
And when you do that with
Correct.
any character where the character is so one-dimensional, they're just this thing.
Yeah.
You're not going to like the character. It just so happens that this is the particular thing
Sure.
that Hollywood has been stuffing down everyone's throat, and then you just don't enjoy it. Like,
Right.
it's not an issue with the character
Like,
being
I thought-
gay. It's
like-
about the entire identity and the whole character themselves. That's all that they're giving you about the character.
Like I thought we were watching a Marvel show about a witch and
Right.
a witch's road, and it just became okay. They're just gay,
Right.
It's just 2 gay people. It's just some gay people walking down a gay road, and they're trying to find, I don't know, a gay cauldron. I don't fucking know. I stopped watching. It could
Yeah,
be anything.
yeah.
It could be a bag of dildos at the end of the road. I don't fucking know. I
Diddy's
turned it
house?
off.
Yes.
Yeah, they're trying to get to Diddy's house.
They're trying to get to Diddy's house.
to drink from the chalice of sacred baby oil.
Yeah, they did get like trapped in a vat of baby oil at one point
Really?
in the swamp.
Really?
Yeah,
Chalice
remember?
of
When
sacred
they were
baby
drinking
oil.
Chalice.
That is fantastic.
Chalice of sacred baby oil. It's just if you get to Diddy's house, you take a sip of it,
Yes, why
and,
not?
and that's it. Eternal life.
Yeah, it's when it's done wrong, when it becomes the center of attention for the show versus like it's something that is a part of a person, because that's really truly how it is in real life, right? It's just a part of who you are, and that's perfectly fine. It's okay. Nobody's saying anything negative about that. But when you're trying to watch a show about a superhero witch and things like that, it's like that's what I'm here to see. You know, don't start changing it on me. It's the same thing what they did with the Marvels, right? They for no reason sprinkled in a musical song. And I'm in the movie theater and I'm on the fence. I'm like, okay, it's not bad, it's not great. And then they went to this planet and there's a musical this is a singing planet. Who
Yeah.
the fuck wrote this in there? It took me completely out of the movie, and then the rest of the movie I was like trying to catch up to get back into enjoy it again.
It was almost like, oh, we have one of the main characters is Indian. We have to have a dance number.
Right.
That's what they do, isn't
Bollywood,
it?
right. Bollywood,
That's
yeah.
that's their thing. So we have to give them some
Right.
kind of song and dance somewhere. It's like you don't.
You don't. You don't.
Can you imagine that was like halfway through Spider-Man? Like Spider-Man's fighting Venom. Next thing you know, it's like, huli, 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 kalima.
I mean, he starts dancing
They
down
have this
down
whole
the
fu-
street
yeah,
out of
yeah.
nowhere.
Yeah, Venom's got his tentacles.
Just
and he's just like-
randomly.
it's just a whole fucking number for 20 minutes. You wouldn't give a fuck about the movie.
Speaking of movies you don't give a fuck about, Venom 3 is out. Have you guys seen it?
I have not.
I haven't seen
Are you running to the movie theaters?
I just don't
No.
have the whole Sony Spider-Man villain verse is what I call it.
Yep.
I don't really have that big of a
Yeah.
fucking tie.
A
Like,
vested interest in it?
yeah, like
Like
even-
I'll see it when it comes out on streaming.
yes, that's
but
when I watch it.
Yeah.
I'm not rushing to go see it, especially because like
Ooh, Null's in it.
It's just
No?
ending. It just doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
Especially
they
when
were
you're ending
good.
it. You're not building off it.
Yeah. They were okay, but they weren't great.
And
Yeah.
you kind
And
of
it's like you
lost
said,
me.
Spider-Man lists Spider-Verse.
Well, yeah. Well, you kind of lost me after the second one when you made it PG-13. Like you put like Woody Harrelson did a great job as Cletus Cassidy.
Yeah.
But you put Carnage in a movie and made it PG-13. What? Even the Maximum Carnage Super Nintendo game was red.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they knew. Like,
Yeah, they knew
you-
this is going to be what it's going to be. And you
can't-
cast Woody Harrelson. What was that movie that he was known for playing a serial killer?
Natural Born Killers.
Natural Born Killers.
With Juliette Lewis.
So the role is
God, what a good movie.
perfect for this man
Mickey
to
and
be
Mallory.
a
God damn, what a good
psychopath,
movie.
right? Come on.
Yeah.
And then you shit the bed and make it PG-13 instead of
Yeah.
going all in. Go all in. Give the people what they want. And I think that's where
Go
they're
full
really
violence.
missing the mark. They're trying to cater to a broader audience and bring them all in. But when they were staying true to the content in the beginning and the characters and who they were and what they did, the people came. And they loved it.
Yep.
They came for it. They watched it. They loved it. Then they're like, let's try this. And everybody's running the other direction. And they can't seem to fucking find their way back to the original formula.
Play to your audience.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's that simple.
Nobody
it's
cares to
comic
see
books.
a musical about the Joker.
It's
as much
comic
even
books.
people
And
that love
it's
musicals
any
got to be
issue.
like, come on.
It's not that it's just that it's gay that it pushed me away from it. It's like, if anything, if you throw feminism in it, and it's all about feminism, I'm probably gonna leave. If it's all gun rights, like if they start talking about like, if they made Hawkeye all about taking guns, I'd stop fucking watching it.
Right.
I don't give a shit about your political views and your stance. When I watch Daredevil, I want to see fucking Daredevil.
Yeah.
Yep.
Show me his power. Show me the fighting. Show me the infrastructure of Kingpin's New York. Show me that.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about whether Kingpin watches gay porn. I don't fucking care about that. I don't
I
wanna
mean,
see
show
that.
me the boardroom meetings in Iron Fist.
Yeah.
I want to
Oh,
know
God.
the intricate details of who owns what and
Fuck you
what is
guys.
happening.
The Iron Fist is a good show, and I stand by it. I will tell you this right now, and
You will die on that hill.
I will die on this hill.
You have the
Listen,
flag. You are outnumbered, outgunned. No one is. You are looking around. All your compatriots are dead.
I am telling
and
you
you are
this.
just surrounded.
As God is my witness.
In fact, you don't even have the high ground. You're not at the top of the hill. Someone has taken the hill, and you are like being attacked from above and below and
Yes,
all sides.
that's right. I'm in Agatha's mud. This
That's
is
right. And you're waving your Agatha flag
And here's the thing, Iron Fist,
with Iron Fist.
10 times better than Agatha.
I don't know about 10.
10
I don't know about 10.
times better.
I don't know about 10.
You haven't
I'll
seen
give
it.
you 3.
You haven't seen it.
10 times better?
10 times better than Agatha whateverness. Promise you. What do I got to get to watch you guys? Did you watch the whole show?
Yeah. Oh, no.
What do I got to...
No.
What's the trade-off for you to watch one season of the Iron Fist? What do I have to watch?
Follow you do.
I will go and buy that shit today and live stream me watching it on Instagram Live if you watched the first season of the Iron Fist.
Is this on Disney Plus?
It's on Disney Plus. And I promise you, I'm telling you this, Ian,
For you to live stream this, I kind of want to shake your
I
fucking
would,
hand right now.
I would live stream. You could be in the room if you want. You
I
could,
don't.
torture me.
Even I don't want to watch this.
I would watch it live stream, no problem. If that's what it takes to get you to watch season 1. Season 1, not one episode. Season 1.
And how many episodes are in a season? 10?
10 or 12.
That's a 10-hour like.
I tell you what, by the third episode, I guarantee you're completely locked in. It's a good show. The martial arts is really good.
But it's a
The
fucking.
plot is really good.
It's a weird, goofy white dude.
It is. It is. But they explain the whole thing. And in the comic books, guess what?
I'm getting vibes of like Kung Fu, where like David
It's Kung Fu.
Carradine
It is.
stole Bruce Lee's fucking.
It's exactly it, except that in the comics, that's exactly what it was. And it wasn't that
I get it. White guys can fight. I get
Yes.
it. But I'm just saying.
But it's,
I'm not saying they can't
the
fight.
Iron Fist is more of a Zorro mantle. It's just his turn. So the Iron Fist goes through different people's hands.
Don't disrespect your hero Zorro.
No, but it's exactly what that is. They use the Iron Fist like a Zorro mantle. Whoever holds the Iron Fist is the new protector. He just happens
Kinda
to
like
have
the
it
mask
at
of
this
Zorro.
time. It is.
Yes.
It truly is. So that's why I was confused when people were like, "Oh, cultural appropriation." I'm like, who's reading the fucking comics? Who is
Yeah.
not paying
If
attention?
anybody was cultural appropriation and dealing with the Marvel stuff, that would be the Ancient One, who wasn't supposed to be a random white lady.
Yes. So
Yes.
But they were like, if we put the person who should be based on the comics, we will start a political issue with China, Taiwan, blah, blah, blah. It was some kind of nonsense like that. We're like, if we do that, this movie will not be allowed to play out there.
Yeah.
So we can't fucking, because it's one of those fucking bullshits.
Yeah.
So what was it, like a role that was kind of portrayed like stereotypical, and they would get mad about it? Just hire one of their best actors and put him on. I think
At
that's
least they got what's his name? Who's
I'd have to-
Wong.
I'd have to look
Thank
at the
God for Wong.
details. I think it was one
he's
of the.
great.
Yeah, yeah, he's amazing.
It was like one of the things where, like, remember when John Cena said Vietnam was a country by mistake, and
Yeah.
and then he had to go to apologize to China.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, like, oh, we don't believe that that's a place. So if you put a
Taiwan. You
person,
mean Taiwan.
yeah. So if you put a person from that country we're gonna boycott the movie, and if China boycotts the movie,
was like, Vietnam is
that's like half of the money that they will ever make off that movie.
I got
Yeah,
it.
you can't alienate 2 billion fucking people from watching your movie.
I tell you what, the villain in Iron Fist, Bakira, he's a bad motherfucker.
Is
He is a bad The father in the Iron Fist, bad motherfucker.
he better than the Bushmaster from...
Yes, Bakira is.
Damn,
He's a good.
He's a good
Bushmaster
villain.
was a good villain.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, by the time you get to like the 3rd and 4th episode, like the first couple episodes, they're introducing the character and
Is he
bringing him
better
in.
than the Kingpin?
Yeah, Bakira whooped the Kingsman's ass. The father could probably get his he would get his ass handed to him by the Kingpin. But it's a solid show.
What version of the Kingpin? Like, what about the Kingpin from the multiverse? It's literally the size of a fucking moving truck.
Yeah, that guy.
That's a big boy.
So
big
here's
guy.
another thing that they released. They're showing in Craven, Spider-Verse movie. The Rhino is going to be in there.
I know, but
Does
why
anybody
do
care?
I know. It's like, why do I have to watch all these horrible... Like, what? Like, is there like a Easter egg in Morbius? Do I have to watch that?
There is. There's. You have to watch all of Morbius.
No.
As a matter of fact, twice, and then you could go in and watch.
I'd rather pass a kidney stone.
I watched Madam Web, and it was the equivalent of passing a
I
kidney
was about
stone.
to say, I'm not doing that.
It was so bad. It was so pointless. And then the thing that they teased, it could have been like the redemption of the movie. Like they teased like all the girls finally have powers in the future and they're fighting the big fight. They don't even give that to you. You get to the end of the movie and they're like, no, those premonitions were as much as you're going to get of the characters actually in their suits doing the Spider-Girl things.
No, it's
and I was like, what the fuck did we come here for?
All that build up for fucking nothing.
Yeah.
It's all so bad. It's all so bad. Like I don't get like who the fuck is sitting on the board at Sony and just being like, all right, let's make these movies.
That is most likely budget cut.
Yeah.
We can't afford to do those final big scenes, so we'll just end it here. But I mean, it's Madam Web. It'll do great. We'll get part 2 and we can do it then.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Who's thinking that though? Like that's what I'm saying. Like who is like that disconnected with the public? Where
The
they're like,
same people that greenlit a Joker musical.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, it's true.
That's the same motherfuckers.
I think they got an Oscar out of Joaquin Phoenix, and then they were just like, oh man, like people really loved the Joker. They talked about how great of a film it was. Let's give Todd Phillips or whoever all this creative control. And then he fucking did drugs one night at a Hollywood party with P. Diddy and a bunch of other fucking weirdos. And he was like, I'm gonna make it a musical.
And they're like, genius!
And I'm gonna
genius, make it a musical.
And he was getting his dick sucked by Gaga. And he was like, hey, Gaga's gonna be in it.
and then he's like,
And then next thing you know, we got what we got.
Yeah.
and then
We
you
got
know
what
what?
we
They're
got.
like, let's make all of the songs shitty too.
Yeah. And then you get a movie that gets outdone by the fucking Terrifier 3,
Oh my god.
which is torture porn.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is.
Yes.
You're talking to a horror
Yeah.
movie connoisseur here.
Yes.
The Terrifier is torture porn. And people love it.
Yeah.
It made $50+ million.
Jesus.
And there's gonna be a 4th now.
Of course.
It's already greenlit.
It's
and
because
go.
they're smart. They saw this did well.
Do you know how many
Let's put it back
fucking
out.
Art the Clown costumes I saw this
They
year?
are
Oh my
playing
God.
to their audience.
He's
though.
a meme everywhere. He's a meme.
yeah.
Yeah.
The costume is everywhere. 2 of the nurses
The-
at my
the-
hospital, they're children. Children went as Art the Clown this year.
The smile. His smile meme is hilarious.
It is.
Art-
the actor,
Art the
the
Clown.
actor is amazing because he doesn't talk.
Right.
He'll cut you to pieces and point at you and be like, and laugh, and it's fucking
That's
horrifying.
the amazing role that I want in Hollywood. The non-speaking,
Yeah.
pointing, laughing
The-
guy.
I watched the
I could do
Terrifier.
that.
I watched the Terrifier
silent
2.
Bob role.
Yes, I could do that.
I stand around
Yeah.
and people talk at me.
He's
Yes.
like the world's most evil mind, and like the director Damien Leone has already confirmed that his power is when he kills you, he can keep you alive so you feel everything.
Oh,
Like
wonderful.
at a point where you would die, you will continue to live so that you will feel what he is doing to you.
Damn.
And I will say this.
That's terrifying.
I got through the yeah, that's the name.
Yeah.
I went through the Terrifier 2, which is really long. It's like 2 hours and some change.
That's a long time for a horror
for
movie.
a horror movie.
That's a lot of torture.
And he's doing his best to try to build a world. Like Damien Leone throws in these like things, like he's trying to build this like whole. It's not just like a clown guy in a suit murdering people. Like there's supernatural shit. Like there's evil involved. There's good involved. But like it's fucking torture porn. Like some of the deaths are unnecessarily long.
Yeah.
And I don't like TVMA NC-17 is like a fucking.
It's not enough.
It may not be enough. And I was like, how can they one up it in the third one?
And you know they will.
No, bro, they did. some of the shit that I was like, this is as bad as you can get without making this movie illegal.
Oh my
like
God.
you're still convinced, like, oh, okay, this is like.
This is a show. This
There's
is a movie.
There's a bathtub scene. There's a fucking shower scene, and I'm just like, there's a rat scene. There's scenes where I was like, damn, like who fucking sat through this in a theater?
Oh my
Who
God.
sat through this?
Ugh.
Like I'm like, and the director, like the fact that like the director had to sit down in a room with these actors and be like, all right, in this scene,
There's a rat.
in this scene, you're gonna try to crawl away from Art, and he's gonna stick a chainsaw up your ass.
Oh
It's
my
like,
God,
Oh my god!
no.
And you think this? You think it's gonna cut? You think you're not gonna? No,
No, you see
you're
it all.
here. You're here. You're
Oh,
watching.
no.
I'm just.
Oh God, no. I don't
Listen,
want it.
I can watch. I can watch a lot of stuff. Listen, it's
was
torture
bad.
porn.
That was bad.
How it made $50 million? It's the highest grossing unrated movie of all time.
This is how it made. This
Jesus.
is how it made that kind of money. Because when you're there at the movie theater, like I want to see something for Halloween, and you're like the Joker, Folly of Douche,
or the Terrifier.
or the Terrifier. I'm in,
Yeah,
and
why
then you're
not?
sitting in the Terrifier, thinking to yourself, "Was the Joker that bad?"
Yeah,
But you paid your ticket, right?
yeah.
You're
My-
in for a penny,
Yeah.
in for a pound.
What made me actually go to see it was my friend Jill is a horror movie buff. She's like fucking, she's a twisted bitch. I don't know if she listens. Hi, Jill. But anyway, she loves horror movies, and she said, "Yeah, have you seen the Terrifier 3?" I was like, "No, I haven't seen it yet." And she's like, "It made me nauseous at a couple spots." I'm like,
Oh my
it
God.
made you? It made like this chick watches like Hereditary and Midsummer for like a relaxing evening. I'm like, it made you nauseous? Okay, I'll take a look.
Yeah.
Boy, am I fucking pissed off I did that.
Damn.
But anyway, I don't know how. I don't know what it says as a society that
Yeah.
that movie made
Yeah.
$50 million.
But here's the
I
thing.
don't know what.
Look at The Boys. The Boys, right? It's a great show. But
Right.
some of the scenes,
Are
they go a bit too far.
And I will.
And every season, it gets a bit fucking worse.
And
Yeah.
I will say that all the scenes in The Boys is like Christian television
Wow.
compared to what you see. In the
Wow. Okay. All
it's
right.
bad.
All right. I won't watch it.
Yeah.
I will take your word for
the
it.
Terrifier 2 is on Amazon Prime.
I'm good.
I'm more than happy not seeing any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not missing out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's torture porn.
Yeah. Damn. I can't fuck with that. Have you guys finally finished watching Vox Machina?
Yeah.
Eddie?
Almost.
How are you still almost done with Vox Machina?
I watched like 4 episodes this morning. I think I got like 1 or 2 left.
Okay.
It's good.
It's a really good show. It's a really good show. I'm curious to see where the
thought they
next
were-
season's
I thought-
arc is
I
going to
thought
go.
they were ending it, but then no.
No, because they're doing well. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
the one episode I watched, I'm like, damn, that's how you end. I'm like, oh wait, there's more.
Uh-huh.
It just kind of like,
Whenever
I
they
thought I
do-
was closer to the end. I was way off.
Yeah. Whenever they do release it, it's number 1.
Yeah.
Like it's consistently number 1 on Amazon's
Yeah.
Because
platform.
it's funny. It's got good action, good actors, actresses
It's well
behind the
done.
part.
It's well
you know,
done, and they
characters.
play to
their
their
audience.
audience.
Yep.
Now, if you look in that show, there's gay characters, there's straight characters, there's characters that hang out with animals, there's
Yeah.
demons, there's dragons, but they play to their audience. They don't
Yeah.
make it all about that.
Yeah, their characters aren't that. They're not one dimensional. It's not just this is the
Yeah.
only thing of the character.
It's like, yeah, the guy is gay and he sells weapons and magical artifacts, but he's also a wizard and helps them. And
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't just fucking sit on a pile of dildos. And
No,
fucking,
no.
like,
No.
like-
But he is funny too. Like
Yes.
like the gay character in the show. Like you know the guy's like he's like you're going to fight the dragon. He's like yes. He's like you beautiful bitch.
yeah.
And I'm like that's how you do it. It's fucking great. It's just it lands every time. Like he's playing to his character, but he doesn't have to hold a big sign that says this man is gay right
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
And I love the penis. No, he's just like the guy's going off. He's going to do like a courageous act. He's like. That's my bitch. You know what I mean? Like, come on. That's how you fucking do it. I'm like, I get it. I love it. It's funny.
I love how Scanlan's Pleasure Palace, like, the only thing you can eat there is chicken. It's the fucking
Yeah.
greatest thing ever. It's the greatest thing ever. It's like this it's this beautiful thing with all this booze and like these hot
It's-
springs, but the only thing you can fucking eat is chicken.
What's hilarious
so
is
good.
like
It's so good.
he gets moved so far forward emotionally, and then mid fight, Dick Lightning happens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, yeah, it's fucking
Scanlan.
Scanlan.
Yeah.
And like you hear it so many times, like in the fight, like there'll just be like a fight going off, so you hear this like Scanlan, fucking hand will fly through. It's like he's still Scanlan.
Yeah.
He's still Scanlan.
I'm surprised he hasn't done like one of those like flying hands, just like a finger in the dragon's ass. Like,
Oh, dude.
That I would have loved to
Dude,
see.
it was so-
That would have been hilarious.
The characters are just so well done.
The main dragon voice actor, he passed away.
He did.
Yes.
And Thordak.
Thordak, yeah.
Thordak the Cinder King.
But his
Whoever's naming these people, goddamn.
yeah.
I think that was Matt Mercer's creation. So
Really?
the main guy from Critical Role.
Nice.
Because he's the DM, so generally characters' names outside of the people that make their characters they're playing is all landing on him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thordak the Cinder King.
I think
That's a hell of a
they did
dragon
I think
name.
they did a great job, and it's great to see Cersei back in some Game of Thrones kind of action. She is one of the voice actresses on
she?
the show. Yeah, yeah.
Good. Lita Haiti, I think her name is.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was.
I think she plays the girl's the sister.
Oh, really? She's
Yes.
Vax or Vex.
Yes.
I think that's someone else that plays that voice.
Let's see if she's in it. If she is, that's good for her.
Because the main characters are voiced are all voiced by who created them off of Critical Role.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people were actors that were doing it too.
Yeah. Well, for support characters. So some of the
Look,
characters.
it's Cersei Lannister.
Okay.
It's her. Yeah, she has such a unique voice, and I watch so much Game of Thrones that it's burned into my brain. I know who she is. But yeah, it's really well done. Like Critical Role, I think there was another one that they were trying to do where it was less funny, and I blamed the guy from Fat Man Beyond.
Oh, Mark Bernardin.
Mark Bernardin. I love Fat Man Beyond.
Yeah.
I hate all of his opinions, Mark Bernardin. I couldn't agree with the man on anything if I tried, but I can respect his. He breaks it down in such a way that I'm like, okay, I get it. I see why you're saying that. I see why you're saying that.
I don't-
You're wrong.
I understand exactly what he's saying. His insight for a lot of things is very, very good.
Absolutely.
But
I don't know if she's in it. I don't know if you're saying she plays Vex.
I believe she plays Vex, but I know she's.
Because it's supposedly a chick named Laura Bailey.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not who Nelson thinks it is.
No, that's her.
You know that weird gender fluid character that played
Wait a second.
that played in what the fuck was that movie, the show with the Sandman?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's in it. She is in it.
Yeah.
I don't know who they play though.
No shit, you're right. Like, man, from that picture, and that's the picture I've been looking at. It looks like her, but it is not.
Yeah, no. She's not the one of the main from the original Critical Role.
Well.
So all the main characters are all voicing the characters that they played on the show.
Got you.
Who the fuck does Mason Alexander Park?
And then all the
play?
voices
Oh,
that
wow.
Matt Mercer would be taking over has all been other people that
Got you.
because
Got you.
they can't have him voice like
Yeah.
3 dozen essentially because as the DM he voiced everybody else,
Right.
so they brought in other people for all the other roles.
Outside of Vox Machina, I haven't been able to find another show to jump into to watch as of recently. How about you guys? You guys had anything new that you've been watching other than violent murder porn?
No.
I would ask Eddie, but Eddie's like, nope.
The only character that Mason Alexander Park played was the transgender Minotaur in the one episode. I was like, that is so fitting. Like, what the
great.
fuck?
Why not?
Like, what the fuck? I love that.
You see, and there's another show that did it right. The Magicians.
Yes.
When you watch The Magicians, you had gay characters, straight characters, in-between characters.
Yeah.
And it wasn't so much as like, this is my identity. They played their roles and their identities kind of shined through. Like one of my favorite characters in the show was the tall guy with the fuck man. It's been so long since I've seen the show, but he's a gay lead and he's fantastic.
I know exactly who you're talking about. He's kind of like the first person they run into
Yes, at the school.
when they get to the school.
Yeah.
He's like a year or two ahead of them.
Yeah. I prefer my leads to be gay. You know, they're usually meticulous and really detail.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Have you ever seen The Magicians?
I'm not.
Man, that's a really good show.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Harry Potter with sex. That's the best way I can explain it. But
That's a bunch of kids, but all right.
no, these are all adults.
Yeah.
These are all adults.
It's,
But
Consenting?
you
Yeah.
learn in this world you learn magic at college.
yes.
So they have more leeway.
Not as high school. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's dark.
It's
like the
is
lore.
everybody just casting penis enlargement?
No, but the lore goes pretty dark. Like you're watching the show, and like as the show plays out, like it starts a little bit lighthearted. Elliot is his name on the
Yes.
show. The show starts lighthearted, But then as they get more into the mystical stuff, the show takes some really dark fucking turns. And like by the end of the first season, it gave me like Red Wedding feels. Like, you know, when you're watching the Red Wedding, you're like, what the fuck did I just watch? The end of the first season is what hooked me into the show, because you're watching this show and it's great and it's getting darker, darker, darker. The last episode, you're like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah, and then the show just continues to deliver that.
The Red Wedding is like one of the most traumatic
experiences.
Yeah, traumatic episodes of television ever. But me, who read the books, I was like, oh, yeah, these people are gonna hate this.
I would say that this was probably like second or third on my list as far as like dramatic plot twist that you did not see coming, and you were like, that's fucking dark. Like you're left walking the room like, did I just watch that shit? Yeah. Not in torture porn manner, but
yeah.
Plot twisty.
It made everybody hate Walder Frey, you know, and the river folk.
Yeah, no, that show was so good, man. Game of Thrones is one of the shows that I can remember in the most recent times that I sat down every Sunday at the exact same time.
Probably my favorite.
Ready to watch.
Probably that and The Walking Dead were probably like my most favorite shows of all time. Like just waiting for it to come out because like you knew where you were gonna be every Sunday night. Like you were ready to go. And I remember I had watch parties for Game of Thrones.
Nice.
Like the long night episode.
Yeah.
Like I turned the AC in my house down to like 50 degrees.
Such a smart move.
And like completely dark. Completely dark.
Machine?
TV was fucking dark.
Fog machine?
No.
Oh.
No. But I had like 20 people. 20 people in my living room like watching this show. And like when it was completely dark, and I'll never forget that it was so dark, and the episode was famous for being dark. It was hard to see anything. But when the Army of the Dead shot out of the dark, like, I think 6 people in my house fucking screamed. It was great. I was like, holy fuck. Like,
that's great. That's great.
It was actually terrifying there, because I remember watching that episode and being like, how do you fight that? Because like, it wasn't like an army running at you. It was like a surge. It was a mass of just undead bodies. Just charging at I was like...
And the undead dragon?
Dude, if you're...
Come on.
If you're in the front lines, you're fucked.
You are.
You are beyond fucked. Like, you are going to die and then rise again and fight your friends.
Whenever there's a dragon, there's definitely a problem.
Yes.
Yeah, it's usually not an easy thing to deal with.
No, they had undead giants, undead dragons. Like, it was one of the most...
Undead polar bears?
Oh, yes. It was one of the most epic battles on TV, period. Like, the only one that can compare on a fantasy level was, like, The Lord of the Rings, when they had their epic battles.
Weren't they, like, walking through the snow? Like, they were going to do some kind of... They're going to do some kind of mission up north. And they were like walking through the frozen tundra, and they saw something coming, and then they realized it was an undead polar bear. And like all of them were like, "Oh my god!" Like, no.
Like, you don't want to run into a polar bear, right? Because they will murder you, right?
Yeah.
They're the bear that everybody says will murder you.
Let alone a polar bear that has no other purpose but to murder you.
The polar bear won't even shit you out. You're falling out of its rib cage onto the floor.
Yeah, now you're just fighting a polar bear that's fueled by evil magic. Like, no.
Oh, great! Now it doesn't even get full, so I can't even hope to run away from the slow guy.
Now it doesn't feel pain or fear. Great, awesome.
Yeah, not a good time.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Like, oh fuck, you're fucked. Like,
yeah,
you don't have a chance. You have no chance against that thing. Literal zero.
No. So I wanted to ask you guys something on switch gears real quick, because you guys are in fitness. I'm trying to get my ass back.
We are?
Yeah, you both work out. I'm trying to get my ass back in a little bit of gear here.
Every now and then.
We dabble.
How long would you say a good workout should be? You think like I can fit in a sizable workout in 45 minutes, or is that too much to think that I can?
45 minutes,
It depends on the intensity.
I can get that.
I mean, if you're getting it, if you're like fucking not sitting around picking your ass, checking Instagram in between sets, you depend on, like, if you target like a body part,
Yeah, no, I put on a timer deliberately so that I keep track of the sets and I keep it moving.
So how long do you typically work out for?
So I keep it between 30 and 40 minutes. But that's how I also manage, because I manage to do it every day, but I do that because I keep it such a short amount of time. Right. If I was doing a 1 hour session, I'd be doing every other day to allow for, to recoup. But since I'm like, I only got like 30 minutes a day, I go in, I do it hard, but I'm out quickly.
Right, and you knock it out. So you I know you've said this before, and Eddie does too. You like to target body parts. So you don't think it's a good idea, even if I'm just going like, let's say 3 days a week, to do more of like a full body workout, or you like still targeting?
You'll see
parts.
Like, there's so much information out there,
and
so many different schools of thought, and like you will probably see articles or maybe even peer-reviewed journal things on like how a total body workout can work. Me personally, I don't feel I get enough muscle damage, and like I don't put enough work in if I do a total body thing. I think
Got
there's
it.
too many muscles and groups. Like,
Sure.
I mean, you can. There's a CrossFit workouts that target entire body. It's just I feel I get better results if, like, at the very least, like I told you earlier, like have a push day, a pull day, a leg day, or something like that.
Right.
And then sprinkle some shoulders in here and there.
Right.
And
Like,
some of it is subjective. The best workout is the workout you'll consistently do.
Right.
So for Ian, even though scientifically it says if you do chest over the whole week over 3 sessions, you'll get the same growth as doing it in 1 session. For him, it's not entertaining.
No.
Right.
It's boring. He's not going to keep up with it. So he'll hit it in 1 big session. I'll space that out over 2 or 3 times across the week because I'm not trying to be so sore that when I go to jiu-jitsu, it's a problem.
I'm trying to lactate blood.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I'm really gearing towards is more about the deliberate strength training, keeping my joints functioning well, keeping my body tight, so that when I'm training jiu-jitsu, the amount of times that I am training jiu-jitsu the week, that my body can still keep up with it. So I'm not really looking like bulk, but you know, I also read online like there's a point of like diminishing returns. Like if you're working out for too long, your body just starts to
Well, you
reject.
gotta ask yourself, what are you doing? Like if you're in the gym and you're by yourself and it's north of an hour and a half and you're still there and you're on one body part, what are you doing? Right?
Yeah.
What are you like? Are you trying to be Mr. Universe? Like, are you eating enough? I mean, at what point?
Right.
Like,
Right.
But even the point of diminishing returns, they've shown, I believe it was with leg exercises, they worked upwards of, I think, 25 sets. And they're like, no, more sets was still equating to more growth. So before they were thinking there was an upper limit to how much you could do sets per week. They're finding that even though you get a little bit less, you're still getting more growth than the guy that did 24 sets. But
so you're still beating him.
Well, yeah, but it still comes down to like time management too. I
Exactly.
guess at that point,
It becomes time management.
Can you be at the gym 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, 6 days a week?
Recovery and
Yeah.
everything else like that. So
I mean, if it's your life, I mean, like Arnold used to say he would do the 2-a-days, like one in the morning, one at night. But like, it's what are you doing?
He was Mr. Olympia. He was
that-
shooting
right,
at
It's
Mr.
literally
Olympia.
his life.
that
Like,
was his job. Like he didn't have a day job. So it's like, you have the time to go and do 2 long ass sessions.
Yeah.
So the way he looked directly affected his income.
Yeah, that goes the same with like jiu-jitsu, right? Those 2-a-days. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'd be jealous. Like, y'all get 2-a-days? Unless I'm doing them consecutively, the way that we're doing them now. Like, there's no way
if you're trying to make it as a judoka, I mean, if you're trying
That's
to,
different.
Yeah.
you know,
That's
if you're-
different. Yeah.
If like you're getting paid from sponsors, if you are like if you're doing every competition that comes out, like,
Yeah.
it's like all right, I got this month is Miami Open, next month is the fucking Naga whatever, then after that it's the. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're doing that, you know.
So when you're trying to get for like a more natural feel, like not a big bulky feel, do you prefer smaller weights, more reps, or is it bigger weights, less reps? Like, or that really just depends on you as a person?
I do both.
Intensity
No.
is the dosage. So if you can hit relative failure in 5 reps, you'll grow. If it takes you 8 reps, you'll grow. They've shown that you'll still hit growth upwards to 30 reps. But that's not like you did 30, but you could do 50. It's like I did 30 and I couldn't get 31.
Right.
Or
right.
maybe I could get 31, I wasn't getting 32. So the part that people tend to fail at when they're in the gym is not pushing themselves hard enough. So keeping a log where you say, okay, I did this weight for this many reps last time. Let me add 5 more pounds. Let me add 1 more rep. And by you continually doing that, you're continually pushing yourself a little bit more each time. But look at how much time some people spend in the gym, how much they spend on their diet, how much they spend on drugs, and they can't get bulky.
Right.
The idea of you're going to go to the gym and you're going to magically, oops, look how big I got.
Right.
The fuck you didn't.
No.
Yeah, and
It
I
doesn't-
don't care. Like some people, they
Yeah.
claim to
That's
be
not gonna happen.
Yeah. it
all
doesn't-
natural,
yeah.
and you're looking at their body, and you're like, maybe just you and Bobby Lashley look like that apparently because those fucking Mexican supplements are coming in there from somewhere.
I say the same thing.
Let's
to
check your
everybody.
ass cheeks for some fucking needle marks.
Everybody always says they're like, oh, I don't want to get too big. I always go, you won't.
You-
don't worry.
no, I personally, I know I won't.
Yeah.
And
I tell it to everybody. I look at them, I go, you won't.
yeah,
You're not gonna get too big. I promise.
I want lean muscle. A nice maintenance, like I said, keep my body nice and strong. Like I'm deceptively strong. I'm a tiny man, right? But I have deceptive power, especially like my grips, jujitsu, stuff like that. But I equate that to working construction my whole life. So I always did a lot of moving with stuff, lifting, doing all of this shit since I was young.
There's different types of strength. So that's why different rep schemes are done a different way. You can build more strength by building more muscle, which is generally a little bit of a higher rep, so you're building larger muscle, or you could build more strength by building motor recruitment and your body's ability to use more muscle at a given percentage.
Right.
So that's where powerlifting comes in. So you're doing lower reps with a higher weight, and that trains your body to actually signal for more muscle to be used at one given time. So you'll see where powerlifters, you'll look at their lightweight class guys, and you're like, well, they don't look that big,
right?
But they're moving numbers 3 times the size of bodybuilders that are gigantic, because they're training for maximum strength versus maximum size.
Sure.
So there's different ways of going about it. In the beginning, your best bet would be just start at a lower weight, figure out where you're ending with the reps. You move, and then you move it up little at a time. It'll take you want to build a base, because you got your joints, your tendons, your ligaments grow extraordinarily slower as compared to the muscle. So if you go right to where your muscle is failing in the very beginning, your joints are going to start hurting because they can't keep up.
Right.
So if you start, I'm on 135 bench, and like, man, I could probably do 180. Cool. Next week, do 140.
Right.
And then 145.
Work
and
your
then
way.
150. You give yourself time to slowly build a base and allow your joints and everything to build up with it also.
Right.
Because you can build muscle in 6 weeks. Your tendons and ligaments will take 3 to 6 months.
Right.
It's a huge difference. And you'll end up hurting yourself if you're not letting the rest of your body catch up.
Sure.
Especially if you find like, yeah, you can maybe use your strength for a little bit. You know, jiu-jitsu it's there, but you're not doing that for like an hour long.
Right.
Where it's not just that one muscle for an extended period of time.
Sure.
It's across the whole body.
Sure. Yeah. So then, last question then, and then we'll end the podcast. As far as like weightlifting, jiu-jitsu, like these are all athletic endeavors that we're on this journey here. Where do you see like CrossFit fits into this? Do you like CrossFit because of the movement aspect of it?
Probably like on the edge of the dumpster. Like there, like right, like not in the actual dumpster
but
itself,
just
but
almost
like
there.
It's sitting on the edge.
CrossFit,
like it's like that thing that they threw. They tried to get it up and over, but like it caught. And
just-
like you think, I should bump it in.
It gets stuck
but like
on the rim.
Yeah.
it's not my garbage. I ain't
stuck on
touching
the
it.
rim.
CrossFit.
CrossFit. Okay.
Yeah. Pavement, dumpster, CrossFit.
Right.
There you go. There's your analogy. Right there it is. Pavement, dumpster, fucking CrossFit.
That's it. That's yeah. And
CrossFit is, unfortunately, you have a lot of bad teachers not teaching the proper mechanical movement, and people get hurt.
You mean I shouldn't tell my students to do deadlifts 15 reps in a row with bad form?
I mean,
yes,
no, you shouldn't tell
them. Then
people.
throw that deadlift over your head and jolt your body in one direction.
Yeah, go and do a clean and jerk for time until you fail, which is a terrible idea for people that are new. Certain movements require a lot of actual knowledge to get done properly.
Sure.
Do you mean
deadlifts, squats, even overhead press? If you're doing it wrong, you're gonna hurt your back because you're leaning and because it should be on the shoulders, but if you lean back, it puts more chest. Now you can push more, but now you're doing it bad. You're gonna end up hurting yourself.
Right.
So
do you mean as a 45-year-old single mother school teacher, I should not be doing 36-inch box jumps for time? Ed, are you trying to tell me this? Like I've never been an athlete in my life, but like day one, I'm doing 36-inch box jumps for time.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
No,
All
it's
right.
what really works with CrossFit is some people need a class to stay motivated.
Right.
And CrossFit is often done in a group as a group
Class sessions.
challenge.
Right.
Yeah.
So for the people that need that because they can't motivate themselves, that works great. But you have to be careful and find someone who's actually going to take the time, teach you the movements, and slowly build you up to a full CrossFit workout. Because the CrossFit workouts are designed to be fucking brutal.
Got it.
So if you jump in full on and you don't do the movements correctly, you will absolutely fucking hurt yourself.
Yeah.
And on that note,
yeah.
Thank you for joining us at the Sofa Kingdom podcast, where we encourage you not to join CrossFit.
Yeah, fuck CrossFit, bro. I'm not trying to be the best at working out.
No, goddamn right.
Yeah.
But do jujitsu,
Yeah.
where your ligaments will get twisted and pulled and sat on.
I guess CrossFit's better than sitting around and eating potato chips, I guess.
Yes,
but
jiu-jitsu
still.
is good. It only still hurts to laugh a week later.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and jiu-jitsu will help you if you get attacked by a CrossFitter.
Yes.
They're making fun of how stupid CrossFit is. Trust me.
And it is fucking stupid.
It is fucking stupid.
Oh man, it is the sport of exercising.
It is. I'm not trying to be the best at working out, bro. Fucking squat thrusters in 30 seconds. Who gives a shit? And I get it. They're getting it in. I see them.
Oh yeah.